fashion industry is centered in Miami. In the fashion district are all sorts of plants and shops pertaining to the industry. Not only manufacturers of clothes, but also their suppliers, trims, fabrics, thread, all the things that go into Florida fashion. As Miss Florida, I was invited behind the scenes to see how all the lovely ensembles presented to me were made. The cutting room with those huge long tables and the rolls of fabric belonged to a busy world I'd never seen before. The skill of the workers was one thing that impressed me, as manufacturers like Mr. Orvieto of Daisy's Originals showed me through their plants. Such quick, nimble fingers. The finished garments are carefully inspected. Perfection in every seam is particularly important at Daisy's, for their line of sportswear is completely reversible. One side a gay print and the other a solid color. Wonderful for mixing and matching. That's a Daisy reversible I have on. Alex of Miami is another big name in Florida fashion, especially in swimsuits that often have matching beach coats for the real ensemble look. Mr. Alex explained the cutter's exacting job. With an electric cutting machine, he cuts 100 pieces at one time, and each one is perfect. At every plant, I learned something new. At McKay of Miami, for instance, I saw how fabrics are chosen to complement design, and how the whole dress captures the relaxed mood of Florida and Miami, with a youthful gaiety that particularly appeals to me. Florida manufacturers are proud of their ability to catch this mood. Mr. Mack is very good at this. Everywhere the machines were humming, for Florida fashions appeal to many women. However, we found one idle machine, and I had a try. There's a lot of difference between these and the one at home. From the machines, the garments go to the finishers and pressers, then to racks where they are inspected. All these are the same, but from one fashion house come many different designs. They call it their line, and it changes seasonally. Here's one I particularly liked, a lace bodice and a full skirt. Wonderful for dates and informal parties. So soft and feminine. In manufacturer showrooms, salesmen present the season's line to buyers from all over the United States to order merchandise for their stores. It's a good way to combine business and a Florida vacation. Mr. Marcus of Miami Casuals introduced me to a buyer in his showroom, and I marveled at the deft way the salesman handled the dresses. Just like cape work. Everywhere were busy people in a busy world. Mrs. Rosenberg showed me around Bennett Fashions. They make shirtwaist dresses. Though all the processes and plants seem similar, each fashion house turns out a line that is distinctive and has the company's special look. Altogether, they make the Florida look. Accessories, especially handbags, are a big Florida fashion item. Here at Stylecraft, I saw more shapes and sizes than I ever knew existed. They were all lovely. I don't think most women realize the craftsmanship and detail work that goes into ladies' handbags. Why, at Midas of Miami, a beaded bag may have thousands of beads, each one individually hand-sewn to make the design. The variety is enough to make any girl bag happy. Florida fashions are predictions for the coming season. Beachwear, for instance, is pre-tested on Florida beaches. Take this terry cloth shift made by Miami Originals, which uses a huge silkscreen machine to print Florida designs in any number of colors right on the terry cloth. The result may be a gay beach coat or a souvenir for some happy tourist to take home as a memento of a Florida vacation. On my tour, I learned many things. That Florida styling is different. That America cares what Florida wears.